Is the Zeekr 7X really as premium as it claims? Or is the BYD Sealion 7 hiding cracks behind its shiny bodywork? Some rumors say these flashy Chinese SUVs are all hype, that Tesla fans have good reason to laugh. But is that true? Or is something else at play? For months we've heard conflicting chatter. Tesla lovers point at any flaw. BYD skeptics whisper, too cheap to be good. We've seen clickbait titles and hearsay. So what's the real story? Brace yourselves. The truth is a twist. Forget the gossip. Real experts have driven these cars, and they're raising eyebrows for a very different reason. The Zeekr 7X might look like just another sleek, gray SUV at first. But the details tell a different story. Reviewers who've ridden in it say the cabin is unbelievably well built. The Drive magazine calls Zeekr's interior genuinely nice period, materials and fit that don't feel better or worse than Volvo's. Electrifying, the UK backs this up, calling it really spacious and quite luxurious, even suggesting it feels classier than a Tesla Model Y. One tester said you could sit inside the Zeekr 7X and think you're in a Volvo or Polestar. The trims, the switchgear, the tactile feedback feels as premium as any luxury brand. In short, there's nothing cheap about it. Even safety confirms it. The Zeekr scored 5 stars in Euro NCAP crash tests. That alone should make you pause. This flashy EV is built like a luxury car, a shocking revelation if you expected bargain basement quality. But pause, because that's only half the story. And the BYD Sealion 7 is cut from the same cloth. Despite costing a bit less, its interior is just as impressive. Driven Car Guide calls the Sealion's cabin beautifully made and luxurious. Even the lower-priced rear-drive version shares that same high-end trim as the expensive AWD model. That means no obvious corner cutting. Soft touch panels, premium switchgear, designer styling across the lineup. One review even notes the new 7's interior improves on the older model and comes off as considerably more upmarket. Performance? The Sealion's performance model punches hard, 390 kilowatts and 690 newton meters, a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint in 4.5 seconds, yet still manages 456 kilometers range. And yes, it also earned 5 stars from Euro NCAP, so its structure is as strong as its tech. Bottom line, the Sealion 7's build quality lives up to its aggressive styling and speed. Behind the scenes, none of this is an accident. BYD isn't a fly-by-night company. It already outsells legacy names like Honda, Skoda, and Renault globally. Its EV tech, the famous Blade battery, proven chassis, is battle-tested. Zeekr, meanwhile, carries the DNA of Geely and Volvo. As the Drive bluntly says, both have figured it out. Build quality is no longer a problem for modern Chinese EVs. Zeekr even offers a 10-year warranty in Europe, the kind of promise only a brand confident in its craftsmanship would make. So far, facts check out. Expert reviews, crash ratings, and owner impressions all paint a picture. These cars look and feel like the real deal. Consumer Reports notes EV reliability is climbing, and these models sit right on that wave. But here's where the plot deepens. Because build quality is not a single number. It's a collection of small betrayals that show up over time. Wind noise that creeps in at 120 kilometers per hour, a trim piece that rattles after 20,000 kilometers, a suspension that suddenly reveals itself on a bad road. Those are the moments when a car proves its mettle or fails it. Which brings us to the tests nobody films. Ride comfort over bad roads. Panel alignment after seasonal heat. Cabin quiet on long, lonely highways. The Zeekr often wins those moments. Testers describe it as quiet, refined, plush, more like a premium European SUV than an upstart. The seals, the insulation, the way the doors close, these are subtle things, but they stack up into a feeling. Zeekr gives you that feeling more often. It's the little daily luxuries that compound into real ownership joy. Yet the Sealion is not a pushover. It delivers dramatic performance, massive range, and a cabin that looks and feels high-end. For buyers who want excitement and value, the Sealion is tempting. But some reviewers flagged that on rough roads the Sealion can let more noise through. Some plastics aren't quite as soft in certain areas. It's premium, but with moments that remind you of a trade-off. Speed and range versus the last degree of serenity. Now here's the real twist. Both cars scored 5 stars in Euro NCAP. Both carry modern safety architecture, up-to-date batteries, radar cameras, and the driver aids that matter. Both have interiors praised by respected outlets. On paper, they look the same where it counts most, keeping you safe. So, what separates them in real life? It's the tiny, repeated moments. The small rituals you only notice after months of ownership. The click of a door, the way it seals at dawn, the hush that settles over a car after a long day on the highway, the little thud when you close the hatch, reassuring or hollow. These are not headlines. They are the daily proof. Picture this. You park in the rain and close the door. Does it sound confident or tentative? You drive 300 kilometers at night at 120 kilometers per hour. Does the cabin fade away into silence, or do wind and tire roar creep in? You hit a pothole. Does the suspension swallow it, or does that hit travel through trims and console joints? Small moments, repeated. They become memory. They become trust. Let's be blunt. If you prize silence, consistent premium touchpoints, and the feeling that a car was built to age gracefully, Zeekr leans your way. It stacks those reassuring experiences. Softer panels where your arm rests, tighter seals that keep the world out, that engineered calm that feels deliberate. If you want raw performance, bold range numbers, and astonishing value, BYD Sealion 7 answers the call. It delivers punch, tech, and long range. Excitement comes with trade-offs, a little more road noise, a few surfaces that feel less indulgent. But the thrill is real. Both protect you in a crash. Both offer modern tech. Both send the same message. Chinese EVs no longer imitate. They compete. They challenge. And in many ways, they win. Which daily feeling matters more to you? Composed silence or exhilarating value? But the story doesn't end here. There are questions only time can answer. Will tiny rattles appear after 2 years? Will resale reflect quality perceptions? Will warranty and real-world reliability vindicate those early impressions? These are the cliffhangers that matter to anyone who owns a car longer than 2 wash cycles. So here's the emotional payoff. The old certainty that Chinese EVs were second-rate is dead. Now the choice is subtle. It's between a quieter, slightly more composed luxury feel versus raw performance and phenomenal value. It's a choice about how you want your daily life to feel, calm and composed, or thrilling and fast. Now, I want to hear from you. Which feature shocked you the most? Was it the Zeekr's Volvo-grade interior, or the Sealion's crash test score and blistering performance? Do you think the Zeekr 7X can really challenge the Tesla Model Y, or will the BYD Sealion 7 take the lead in the EV race? Drop your thoughts below. If this deep dive opened your eyes, do subscribe to Out of Cars, like the video, and share it with someone deciding between these two. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.